Hi guys, it's me Samantha from CosmeticCandiesFYI.com and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my 4-week final update on the hair that I have installed. I usually do like 6-week updates, but I wanted to switch up my hair and I'm dying to try a new style. So I did a 4-week update, and I think that 4 weeks is still a good enough time to let you know how I like this hair. And this hair is by Wow African, and this is the Brazilian Silky Straight. And this is what it looks like. I put some wand curls in it. These are day-old wand curls that I just refreshed today. They were just a little bit more limp, kind of like this, and I just kind of like refreshed them and made them a little bigger. I'm gonna make this video very quick because I actually have to head out, and I mean there's really not a lot to say about this hair. Do I like it? Do I not like it? So let's get into it. If you want to see the initial review and my first impressions of this hair, I will leave the link to that video down below in the description box, so make sure that you check that out. And yeah, my blog also has all the specs of that, so I'll leave the initial and first impression review blog post down below. And I have in 3 bundles of this hair, the Brazilian Silky Straight. So all in all, I have 20 inches, 18 inches, 16 inches, 14-inch closure. I did not like this hair when I first got it. I felt as though it was too silky straight. It didn't match my real hair texture, because my hair texture is more like a yaki hair texture. It's a little bit more coarse. Not really coarse. It's still fine, as you can see from like my baby hairs and stuff. It's still a little bit more on the fine side, but it's just thick and woolly and curly. So I thought it wasn't going to match my texture, but after washing it a couple times, it thickened up. It never lost its luster or its silkiness. It does have a high shine to it. I don't have any product on it, so this is the natural shine of the hair, and as you can see, it really reflects the light. It's pretty shiny, a little bit more shiny than I would like. So sometimes I do take a little hairspray in my hand and kind of run it through the hair, and that does tend to take the shine down a little bit so that it looks a little bit more realistic. But so far it's actually blended with my hair quite well. The closure, when I first got it, I was in love with it. I'm still in love with the closure. It's just that once your hair starts to get old, the braids underneath start to get old, it will lift a little bit and the closure will become more visible. But freshly laid down, this is one of the best closures that I've used to date. You can get a full look with this hair if you cut layers into it. I cut light layers in the front just to frame my face, so it's not really as full as it can get. 3 bundles is definitely enough for me. I don't want any more than 3 bundles because I don't like to have that heavy weighed down feeling on my hair. At first I really didn't love the texture of the hair, but I like it now. I really do like it. I had to play with it, figure out what products worked well with it, and what made it more realistic looking versus looking like packaged weave hair. Now, as far as the shedding goes, still minimal shedding. I have been very impressed with that. The only time that this hair sheds is if I sleep on it without wrapping it, and when I brush it out, I will get a couple of strands. But like running my hair through it on a daily basis runs perfectly, like no snagging, minor. I did notice that the more heat you put on this hair, the ends will get a little dry, but all I do is put a little bit of my Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum on the ends, and that fixes the problem just like that. But overall, as far as the shedding, still minimal shedding. I'm very impressed with the minimal shedding. It doesn't have a weird smell to it. It doesn't tangle as bad as other hairs that I have had reviewed. And for 4 weeks, I mean, like the back, I remember I reviewed some curly hair, like one of my first hair reviews, and by the end of the 6 weeks the hair was still beautiful, but it tangled so much, like it got so matted in the back. But because this is a silkier texture and it's not a naturally curly texture, you're not going to get as much tangling, if any tangling. So if you are someone who does not like tangling, of course no one likes tangling or matting, you definitely will not be getting that very often. I'm not going to say you won't get it at all, but it's very rare that I get any tangling in the back. I can always easily run my fingers through this hair. All in all, I really do like this hair. If I had to say, would I repurchase this texture? No, I would not repurchase this texture, simply because it's just not my personal preference. It's a little too shiny for me, as well as a little too silky straight. I like my textures to be a little bit more true to my natural hair texture, just in case I want to do a leave out and not do a lace closure. Since I have the lace closure on, it does work in my favor a little bit better, but if I were to blend my real hair with this, it would definitely be noticeable. But as far as my final review, that's pretty much all I have to say about this hair. If you have any questions, please leave it down below, and I'll be sure to get back to it as quickly as I can. And also, don't forget to rate this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and visit my blog for more pictures and information. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Alright guys, so the first thing that I always do is moisturize my face.